For every UFC fighter adored by fans, there's another that everyone seems to dislike. Starting with one of the best middleweights ever, Israel Adesanya. Despite his success in the UFC, he has an obsession with anime, even deriving his nickname, the Last Stylebender, from the show Avatar. He often gives speeches where he talks about anime at press conferences and dresses like anime characters. Some people appreciate this as part of his unique identity, while others find it corny. However, this isn't the main reason some people dislike him. The real controversy arose after Dricus du Plessis defeated Robert Whittaker. Adesanya approached Dricus, angrily calling him his African brother and continuing to beef with him. This incident didn't sit well with many fans. Additionally, during a press conference for his fight with Sean Strickland, Strickland brought up some strange topics about Adesanya, adding to the public's mixed perceptions of him.
Come on, Izzy, give me something, bro. What the f?
When you argue with a fool, those who are watching can't tell who's who.
Oh, there we go. Hey, you know what? You know what, man? The moment I post a video of me jerking off my dog, they will put some credibility to that. Puppy porn, man. I had to double check that shit just to make sure it was legit, and it was legit.
Once the fight was done, Adesanya told Sean to never bring up his dog again.
I will never bring it up. I never bring
Adesanya telling Sean to not bring family into this, while Adesanya imitated being KO'd in front of Pereira, his son, made Adesanya look like a fool. Talking about a fool, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is far from one. While fans admire his unique fighting style, it was his personality that truly won them over. Stephen embodies the qualities of a true gentleman. He never engages in trash talk, even when provoked. Instead, he consistently shows respect to every opponent, both before and after fights. He speaks with humility and gratitude, always acknowledging his coaches, teammates, and even his opponents. Stephen was even awarded the nicest mofo belt by Ariel Helwani, who personally called him the nicest person in the world after presenting it to him.
You are literally the nicest person in the world. You deserve it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Everybody out there, all my fans, I love y'all.
Another memorable moment happened at UFC 209 when Tyron Woodley tried to engage Stephen in trash talk. However, Stephen's nature is just too kind for trash talk.
I'm just gonna go out there and fight. I mean, this is what I do. I love fighting the best, and Tyron's the champion, like I said, for a reason, man. So.
'Cause I'm the best.
Yeah, but I'm going out there to prove that.
You're going out there to prove I'm the best?
That I'm the best.
You're going out there to fool yourself.
It's all right, man. I don't know why you gotta be so mean, man. This guy's so mean.
It wasn't long before Stephen Thompson became known as the man you couldn't hate. Fans across the world, regardless of their favorite fighters or teams, held a special place in their hearts for Wonderboy. Ronda Rousey likely doesn't hold a special place in the hearts of many MMA fans. Despite a solid record with 12 wins and 2 losses, many viewers considered her to be an overhyped, one-trick pony fighter, as she secured 9 out of her 12 wins with an armbar submission. Besides being called a one-trick pony, Ronda had a massive ego, repeatedly calling herself the best at what she does. Leading up to her fight with Holly Holm, Ronda continually boasted about being the best and predicted she would defeat Holly, while Holly remained humble.
As far as Ronda's performances, not just some of them have been impressive, all of them have been impressive. So
I believe that I'm better than every other girl in every area of MMA. MMA striking is different, and I think I'm the best at it.
I'm more prepared than she is for this, and I'm going to win on Sunday, and everyone's going to see.
Ronda ultimately lost the fight and couldn't accept her defeat.
It was my 3rd title fight in 9 months, and I don't think anyone's ever even attempted that before, and I just kind of felt tired.
Ronda even claimed she could beat Cain Velasquez, despite being unable to defeat all the women in her weight class. And even 9 years after her fight with Holly Holm, Ronda still couldn't handle the fact that she lost.
My mouth guard was bad. I literally came into that fight concussed from slipping down some stairs already after all these years of concussions, and then I had absolutely terrible weight cut, which that means you have less fluid in your brain to protect it.
I have no ACL. I tore my ACL falling down that stairs 2 weeks before that fight, the home fight.
Ronda also made this statement, clearly revealing her immense ego.
I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived, because I've never been faster, never been stronger, never had a better grasp of the game. I've never been
so much better than everybody else.
Someone who is actually seen as one of the greatest featherweights ever is Max Holloway. It's hard to say whether Max Holloway is more loved for his personality or his work inside the cage. When he's not fighting, the former featherweight champ is nothing but good vibes, and it's easy to understand why. If his Instagram is any indication, his life in Hawaii is little more than training and hanging out at the beach with his family and friends. Yet even when the pressure is on, Holloway stays totally laid back. Fans particularly admire his approach to being a champion and his readiness to face any challenger, which has earned him immense respect. Holloway never backs down from tough fights and consistently seeks to prove himself against the division's best. A notable example is when he accepted a fight against the legendary Khabib Nurmagomedov on just 6 days' notice in 2018. In addition to his willingness to accept any fight, fans love watching Holloway in action. His determination frequently allowed him to turn the tide in battles. Someone who can not always turn the fight in his favor is Colby Covington. Covington is known for his relentless trash-talking and provocative behavior, both inside and outside the octagon. He has intentionally portrayed himself as a bad guy or opponent in the sport, embracing a role that creates conflict and dislike. This has made people see him as arrogant and disrespectful. Something that made him even worse and led to losing a lot of his fans was the press conference leading up to his fight with Leon Edwards, where Colby verbally assaulted Leon Edwards' deceased father.
Saturday night, I'm gonna bring you to a place you never want to be. I'm gonna bring you to 7th layer hell. Okay. No, I'm bringing you to 7th layer hell. We'll say what's up to your dad while we're there. Oh!
After Colby lost his fight against Leon, Colby said some delusional things that made him even lose more fans, such as that he won the fight against Leon by winning the last 3 rounds. But that's not it. He also said that the judges never favor him because he supports Donald Trump. Excuses like this will only lead to losing fans. Someone who still has a lot of fans despite losing 2 out of his last 3 fights is Charles Oliveira. With the most submission victories in UFC history, Charles is undoubtedly a fan favorite. His matches are consistently thrilling, and fans admire his technical expertise on the ground and his ability to secure submission finishes. People also appreciate his commitment to evolving as a fighter and his readiness to take on tough opponents. Beyond his fighting skills, Oliveira is known for his humble demeanor, whether in victory or defeat. He shows respect to his opponents and their teams, exhibiting sportsmanship that endears him to many. Additionally, his journey in the UFC is inspiring. He wasn't initially considered elite when he first joined, but through dedication and hard work, he improved enough to become a UFC champion. John Jones, a fighter with a lengthy history, is often regarded as the greatest of all time in the UFC. However, outside the octagon, Jones has been involved in numerous incidents that have led people to dislike him. He has faced numerous legal issues, including arrests for incidents such as a hit and run, where he injured a pregnant woman, DUI, and domestic violence allegations.
Other prison officers, I hate you. I hate you.
Additionally, Jones has failed multiple drug tests for banned substances, resulting in suspensions and the loss of titles. For instance, after his fight at UFC 214 against Daniel Cormier, he tested positive for turinabol, an anabolic steroid. This led to his victory being overturned to a no contest and him being stripped of the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship, along with a 15-month suspension from USADA. Furthermore, many fans view Jones as arrogant and disrespectful, both in his interactions with other fighters and in his public statements. Currently, he is also criticized for holding up the heavyweight division by avoiding a fight with Tom Aspinall and making excuses instead. Alex Pereira is a fighter who never makes excuses and takes on every challenge. He fought Jiri for the second time, just a little over 2 months after defeating Jamahal Hill. With multiple championships in Glory Kickboxing and a seamless transition to the UFC, Pereira has showcased his versatility and exceptional skills across combat sports. His striking ability, particularly his powerful left hook, makes his fights exciting to watch. Outside the octagon, Pereira is known for his humility and dedication. Just 2 days after his second fight with Jiri, he was already back sparring. Pereira's journey from overcoming alcohol problems at a young age to becoming a world champion is truly inspiring. He is undoubtedly one of the best additions to the UFC in recent years, consistently defeating top fighters. A more controversial addition to the UFC for many people is Paddy Pimblett. Similar to Conor McGregor, Pimblett is known for his outspoken and confident demeanor. His trash-talking with Ilya Topuria.
Has it been difficult being around Paddy backstage?
I haven't seen him, lad. I haven't seen him all week. The UFC have kept us apart.
When you see me come,
because you know, when I saw him last time, he got an hand sanitizer bottle bounced off his foot. I
don't understand you or anything. Back in the flouty mouthy, like what?
Hand sanitizer, boy!
You.
And brash personality can be off-putting to those who prefer more humble athletes. Some fans and analysts believe that Pimblett is overhyped by the UFC and the media, given his relatively early stage in his UFC career and his struggles against lower-tier fighters. For example, in his fight against Jared Gordon, most fans and media outlets scored the fight 3-0 for Gordon, but the judges awarded Pimblett a 29-28 victory.
Easily.
While Pimblett has shown flashes of brilliance in the octagon, some critics argue that his fighting style has weaknesses that are being overlooked due to his popularity. They feel he is being pushed too quickly without proving himself against higher-ranked opponents. Corey Sandhagen, a fighter eager to test himself against higher-ranked opponents, has become a beloved figure in the MMA world. His unique and adaptable fighting style, which blends striking, movement, and creativity, consistently results in entertaining and memorable fights. Sandhagen's ability to end fights with spectacular techniques, such as flying knees and spinning kicks, further endears him to fans. Unlike some fighters who rely on trash talk and brash behavior, Sandhagen is respected for his humility and sportsmanship. In interviews, he provides insightful and thoughtful commentary on his fights, strategies, and the sport as a whole. This depth of understanding and articulate expression makes him a compelling figure to listen to.